Everybody, we are here live on the scene at the Clayton County Media Day for football, and I have the head coach from Jonesboro, and he's going to introduce himself to you right now.
I'm Coach Floyd, head coach at Jonesboro High School.
Coach, once again out here representing the county, got to feel good for you. How long has it been that you've been at Jonesboro?
This will be my 11th year, 12th year, 11th year as head coach.
You've had some big success, had some great teams there, and of course Jonesboro has a great history of putting out some top players from all over the country.
Well, sometimes we get some good kids that come in, they work hard, they're very talented, and they do the things that, that it's going to take to move on to the next level. And if I can mention a couple of names such as Cam Sutton, who's with the Pittsburgh Steelers now, and Zared Cooper, who went to Clemson University and now is at Jacksonville State, and a few more kids out there.
I know obviously here in the county we can't recruit per se, but how important is it for you when you're working with parents, when you're working with these different athletic associations, and even talking to the kids as they're coming through, that you can say, listen, we've had proven success here, and we've had guys that have already gone on not to just D1 but even playing the NFL?
It's very important. We try to make sure that the kids are zoned for us. We try to make sure that they understand the history of Jonesboro football and their parents understand the history of it, and we try to make them want to be at Jonesboro, and that's the main goal. When we're talking to the, middle school kids and even some elementary kids at different events.
Now this is a busy time for you. A lot of people think during the summer it's just kind of like relaxation, but if I'm not mistaken, you guys were actually at the FCA camp as well this week. Is that correct?
Yes, we just got back yesterday around 3 or 4 o'clock from FCA camp. It was 3 days out at West Georgia, and it's a good padded contact camp with team meetings at night, and we got a lot of good work in. And the summertime is actually very busy when you're talking about preparing for a football season.
Now you talk about the FCA camp, obviously a lot of stuff going on in the field. I think there were, when I went up there, I got a sneak peek at the end. There seemed to be about 14, 15 schools, and I'm sure there were more than that. Looks like there were a couple hundred guys out there. But I think what struck me is that when I talked to some of the coaches really briefly, and you mentioned it yourself, is the meetings afterwards where these guys really got a chance to really hear about the Lord in a way that they don't normally. How important is that for you as far as character building for your team?
That's very important. After the second practice, we get dinner, then we go to team chapel where it's a speaker that's kind of motivating the kids and telling their story. That story kind of touch a lot of kids. And after the chapel, we get into our team meetings, and that give the kids a chance to let out some of the pressures of life that's been going on. And I think the best part about it, we had a kid the other day say, well, I've had a pretty good life, and I didn't know that you all were going through some of that stuff. Now that I know, I got a better understanding of how, I can help you and how we can, just come closer and help each other out.
Coach, I tell you, it's always exciting for me because I wear another hat. I'm also a minister as well, so I always get excited to hear when guys are not only playing football, obviously, but doing things to expand their faith and learning more about the Lord. So kudos to you and all the guys at the FCA camp.
And thank you very much. And like I say, it's something we've been going to for a few years now, and it's a big part of our program.
So now you have 2 young men with you today that we're going to stop in. I know you have more guys. We're going to have one of your offensive players and one of your defensive players. Before you leave, tell us the 2 guys who are going to be joining us in just a moment.
Okay, the receiver, Rasheed Singleton is a receiver for us, actually a 4-year letterman, and Walter Forte is another kid, 4-year letterman. He plays strong safety for us. So.
All right, guys, keep it locked right here. Clayton County Media Day here. You know what time it is. Football, 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 and we'll be back with more.